What's going on, everybody? I'm here today for RBL Season 5, Week 2 Team Builder versus the Australian Avaluggs. We are 0-1. He's also 0-1. Both of us looking for our first win. One of us will get our first win. Australian Avaluggs coached by Zuvi Hacks, or just Zuvi. He is not from Australia, by the way. Don't know why his team name is the Australian Avaluggs, but it is. He is a new coach. I've not played him before, so I don't know what to expect from him, other than the fact that he likes to get hacks on his side. So he's just apparently super lucky with that kind of stuff. So taking that into account, we're going to hopefully beat him. If you did not see last week's Team Builder and Battle, go check those out. They're included in the playlist, the RBL Season 5 playlist for Baltimore Ravias content. Everything, the three videos that I've made so far in Season 5 are all in that playlist. If you want to see my draft recap, Week 1 Team Builder, Week 1 Battle, anything like that, they are in that playlist. But without further ado, let's get into a head-to-head look at both of the teams. So, my team is there on the top. If you've not seen the draft recap, then you might not know the team. If you didn't watch last week, you might not know the team. But there it is. Mega Venusaur, Gliscor, Weavile, Entei, Heliolisk, Politoed, Ninetales, Aggron, Samurott, Cradilly, Armaldo, and Meowstic. Zuvi's team: Megalodios, Mew, Excadrill, Cobalion, Galvantula, Zoroark, Slurpuff, Gourgeist, Seismitoad, Licky, Pyroar, and Doug Trio. So, a couple, I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. A couple things that I'm more worried about, I'm thinking I'm going to see. Megalodios. I believe his is Megalodios. I know there's someone drafted Megalodios, someone drafted Megalodios. I believe Zuvi's Megalodios. That's just like I prepped for whichever one I prepped for is the correct one, and I'm pretty sure Megalodios, but whatever, it's Megalodios. Could be a threat, could be also a Scarfladios. So if that does come, I want to be ready for that. Scarfed Excadrill could be a problem. I'm not fully expecting it to be a problem, but it could be a problem. Another big thing is Doug Trio. If Doug Trio comes, Entei isn't going to be getting a bunch of revenge kills. Unless I'm banded into E-Speed and there's rocks up on Zuvi's side, or the sash is broken on Doug Trio, or he's not running the sash. Unless that happens, I have to be careful with what I do with Entei, because Doug Trio could come in, and I don't want Doug Trio to come in. I don't have the only thing I have with U-Turn, I believe, is Gliscor. So Gliscor's the only thing that could be trapped and switch out. I don't have any, Shed Shell. I'm not a huge Shed Shell fan. I want like an item to make it so it'll be more useful in terms of actually like fighting. So it's not really something great. And I also don't want hazards getting set up on me again, because there was a problem last week, and this team that I'm facing has sticky webs. Last week he did not have sticky webs, but he has sticky webs, he has stealth rocks, and I believe he has spikes and toxic spikes. He might not have spikes, but I believe he has toxic spikes. I don't know why I believe that. He doesn't have a poison type, but I'm pretty sure something gets toxic spikes. Even if it doesn't, I don't want spikes or toxic spikes or rocks or sticky webs staying up, so I'm going to have to run either Gliscor or Armaldo, or both. Defog Gliscor or Rapid Spin Armaldo, or I can run both if I want to, but I would never want to do that, because Gliscor is better without defog. So those are the couple things that I'm kind of worried about. If I do bring Sun, I got to be worried about Pyro. If I bring Rain, I have to be worried about Seismitoad. Sun also makes Gourgeist more of a problem if he wants to heal up, and Rain also could make Galvantula a little bit more of a threat, because if it doesn't want to run Compound Eyes, because it's like, ooh, in the rain, but it would run Compound Eyes anyway, but that would be guarantee that Thunder would hit. So a couple big things to worry about, and then of course he has Mew, which is always something to worry about, and Zoroark to play some mind games, but I think I can probably tell when Zoroark comes in. But let's get into the first Pokemon we're bringing this week, which is Weavile. Ring Weavile, because if you look at his team, he has some resists, of course, but he has 1, 2, 3, 4 things weak to Weavile, plus Gourgeist is weak to both stabs, and the things that resist it are Pyroar, who does not want to catch, doesn't want to take too much damage, Cobalion, who is his best check, it's neutral against Excadrill. Those, I think, are the only things he has resists it, and I feel like there's something else, but maybe not. So, Cobalion's the thing that wants to resist it, but it really only wants to do a Dark move, and Ice move's not going to do much either, but you get the idea. Weavile puts in some decent work. Megalodios also gets it by both have things. I might not have used it. So it's Megalodios, Mew, Gourgeist, Dark Trio. I believe that's it. So it does pretty well. We're going Life Orb this week. Knock off Icicle Crash, Ice Shard, and Low Kick with 44 HP, 252 attack, and 212 speed with a Jolly Nature. That lets me outspeed anything that isn't Scarfed on his team. So anything that he brings that isn't Scarfed, don't know why I moved the mouse, but anything on his team that isn't Scarfed, I outspeed with that set. That's mainly to outspeed the Megalodios. But yeah, anything I outspeed. Or anything I can outspeed, I believe is what it is. Yeah. To knock off, to get rid of any items, Icicle Crash and Ice Shard for stab, and because they're really good, and Low Kick. Deal with Cobalion switch-ins that are pretty inevitable, and also to deal with Excadrill a little bit better, and Licky a little bit better. But that's Weavile, pretty simple set. Next, we have Nira. I don't know actually how to pronounce that. I'm going to say it's Nira, and that's what you're going to hear all season, unless someone says, oh, it's Niera, or it's Naira, whatever, but I'm going to say Nira for now. Nira, the Ninetales. Heat Rock with Drought, Flamethrower, Solar Beam, Dark Pulse, and Nasty Plot. Flamethrower might make a last-minute switch to Fire Blast. Might run some calcs before the match just to see what's better. But running Timid with 252 Special Attack, 252 Speed, and 4 in HP. Ninetales' job is to come in, set the sun up, and if possible, Nasty Plot. If not, it's just come in, get the sun up, and switch out into Mega Venusaur, if that's what I have to do, or switch into Gliscor, whatever it is I have to switch into. It's just a switch in, right then and there. That's the whole idea with Ninetales, until there gets to a point where I can Nasty Plot and do some damage. Solar Beam's in there for the Seismitoad, of course. Flamethrower is there for the stab. Like I said, I might switch that to Fire Blast, and I probably will switch that to Fire Blast. Dark Pulse is nice because it helps me with the Mew. Mew's just such an issue, and also Megalodios is an issue as well. So that's Ninetales. Not really much else to say about Ninetales. Next, we have Fang the Gliscor with Toxic Orb, Poison Heal, Protect, Stealth Rock, Earthquake, and Knock Off. 252 HP, 116 attack, 140 defense with an Impish nature. So Gliscor is my physical check to what's that thing called? Excadrill. 116 attack is just enough for an Earthquake to KO a normal, again, a scarfed Excadrill. If it's a bulky Excadrill, I will do less damage, of course, but he's also doing less damage to me in return for the most part. I mean, he could still be max attack, but I can still outlag and I still beat that easily. I don't need Roost. I have Toxic Orb. I Protect, so that if I want to lead off the turn 1 and get up, Protect and then get up Stealth Rocks, I can do that. But there's the rocks that I want to make sure I have them on his side to limit Gliscor, or to limit Dark Trio. I have Earthquake on there because it's stab, also though to deal with Excadrill, and I have knockoff for knockoff stuff. This is 2 knockoff users already, and I'm telling you right now it's not going to be the last one. Knockoff is such a good move against his team specifically. Getting rid of moves is pretty crucial. Getting rid of, something where he brings it in, he's like, this thing checks this, or this thing walls this, and hitting with a knockoff, might not disable it, but gets rid of that item and then hinders its abilities. So I think knockoff is the best move in Pokemon right now. Some people will argue that it's Scald. I think it's knockoff right now with the power that it has. it's the best move in Pokemon. But that's that. So I just dumped whatever attack I needed into it, and then just put the rest of it in defense. So he's a bulky dude. But next we have Armaldo, Roly Poly de Armaldo, making his first appearance. Already, for the first four things are all things making their first appearance. But Assault Vest Armaldo with Battle Armor, that might change. I don't remember what his other ability is. I might have set it to Battle Armor. I don't know, but it'll be whatever the better ability is. Don't worry about that. The ability isn't really important on Armaldo. But we're running Rapid Spin, X Scissor, Stone Edge, and Aqua Jet. Aqua Jet is there for the fun. If he traps me with Doug Trio, that breaks the sash, which is always good. Because obviously if he traps me with Doug Trio, rocks are staying up. But if I can live, I don't think I can live 2 Earthquakes, but I can live with an Aqua Jet. I got max attack, max HP, a little bit in special defense to boost that up a little bit. By like a point, so it doesn't really do much. But Aqua Jet's good for Doug Trio, exactly. Just for Doug Trio, pretty much. The X Scissor and Stone Edge are there for stab, and Rapid Spins, of course, get rid of hazards. It's a simple idea, simple concept. And yeah, I don't want hazards at all this week, so I'm hoping I can keep Armaldo alive. He doesn't have any recovery, and I don't think I have any viable Wish Passers. I don't think I have one at all. But if I do have one, it's not a very good one that I have. The only way I can really like pass recovery is via Leech Seed. But Leech Seed doesn't really pass. To be 100% honest, it's not the best. It doesn't really pass too well because someone will just switch out. But that's unimportant. That's Armaldo. Next, we have Entei making his return. This set is pretty much the same as last week. I don't remember exactly the spread that we had last week. Our moveset's a little bit different this week. We're running Sacred Fire, Extreme Speed, Stone Edge, and Bite with 4 HP, 252 attack, and 252 speed. Adamant. I think last week we were bulkier. This week we're we're faster, just to outspeed any other base 100s, or to attempt to outspeed any other base 100s. You could be plus speed nature, minus, as little as you can to outspeed us, but we still have extreme speed, so it doesn't really matter as much. Bite's there for Mega Latios. It still does a lot of damage. It's the move that does the most damage because I have to be adamant, so I can't run like Shadow Ball and do a little bit more. If you guys don't know, if you're anyone out there who doesn't know why it has to be adamant, Entei with extreme speed, it was an event move from a Gen 4 or a Heart Gold Soul Silver event. And the Entei was adamant, so you have to have an adamant Entei, and it has to be a shiny Entei if you want to have extreme speed. That's why you're seeing it shiny, and that's why I'm not running nicknames on it. It gives it away when you see it. I'll probably, even if I'm playing on shiny, even if I don't run extreme speed, I'll probably still run shiny with no nickname, just so it's not like a guaranteed move like always running extreme speed. That's just something to it's a logical thing. If I'm playing on 3DS, I have to see what I'd have to see. I have an event Entei, so I can just bring that. It's not really trained very well, but whatever. But I have the event Entei. I remember getting that event. Anyway, getting sidetracked. Sacred Fire, Extreme Speed, Stone Edge. Stone Edge is for... What is Stone Edge for? Stone Edge is for something, and I can't remember his team off the top of my head, but it hits something for super effective damage. Pardon me, we go back. It hits, it hits Galvantula, hits Pyroar. That's right, Galvantula and Pyroar. Not that Pyroar really shuts it down. Well, it kind of does. Yeah, it doesn't... Entei can't really touch Pyroar. I could have run Bulldoze, but Bulldoze is Stone Edge is just better. I'm not going to do that. At least a Bite is for Mega Latios. It's for Mew. It's nice for that reason, so... That's that. Lastly, for last Pokemon, 6th Pokemon, which is Calvin the Mega Venusaur coming back. Important note is that this is Mega Venusaur, but it's also a regular Venusaur set with Chlorophyll, which is important because I'm playing with Sun. Venusaur with that speed investment is the fastest thing on my team with Chlorophyll up. It is much faster with Chlorophyll, speed boosted. Then I think it goes up because it doubles the speed, so it's like at level 80 with 4 investment, it's 101. So double that, it's at 202 speed in the Sun. The stats for a normal Venusaur are different except for speed. Speed's the same. Some of the other ones are different. So it hits 202 speed, which outspeeds a lot things that aren't scarfed. A lot of them, which is nice. So like anything that has base 80, I'm gonna outspeed. Even with just a little bit of, even with that 4 investment, if it's not invested, I outspeed it. But also things that are like base 100s, non-scarfers, even like base 80 scarfers, I outspeed because chlorophyll doubles the speed. I get 8 turns of sun with Ninetales, so it's nice. I'm running Giga Drain, Knockoff, Sludge Bomb, Synthesis. There's the other knockoff user. Running Knockoff this week because last week I played Trevenant. It didn't come, but I was up against it. This week, Gourgeist. Gourgeist can shut down like a Venusaur. I want to make sure I have the ability to not get shut down by Gourgeist, so running Knockoff. I got Synthesis for that beautiful sun, HP recovery. Got Giga Drain for recovery, Sludge Bomb for damage. Modest nature. We're going to be hitting hard this week, more offensive with Mega Venusaur. Still bulky, we're still running max HP. We have minus attack. That's just because it's the only thing I can run I mean, I could, if I really wanted to, run nothing negative, but knockoff, it'll still hit hard enough. It's not gonna hit like super powerfully, but it'll hit hard enough, and its main job is just to scare out Gourgeist and just to get rid of items. And it's really, in general, if I'm running especially offensive Venusaur, it's a one-time hit move anyway, or it's a one-time powerful hit move anyway, and it's big space 65 every other time. So it's the only option I really have, unless I wanted to run minus one of the defenses, which of course I don't want to do. And I'm not running minus speed because of chlorophyll. But that is the team this week. I'm hoping we pick up a W. We've never won week 2, but up until last week we never lost week 1. So obviously the season's a little bit different. But that is that. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Your support is always greatly appreciated. Stay tuned for the battle. That should be out probably Saturday, maybe tomorrow. Depends on when I can record it. I won't be able to record it tonight, I don't think. Depends on what happens with the battle, how long it takes. But you won't be seeing that tonight. You won't be seeing it tonight. You'll be seeing it probably tomorrow at the earliest. Well, definitely tomorrow at the earliest. Depends when tomorrow you're going to see it. Saturday, though, is definite. You'll see it by then. But that is that. I'll see you all next time. Have a good day, and goodbye again.